Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once more to Anno 1800. We continue onwards right away where we ended the last episode, that is with my skyscrapers, where one more thing is missing right now, and that's the cognac. Well, everything for the cognac is in place, we're just waiting for the goods to come in. Well, my factories are waiting for the goods to come in, and after that we'll be able to upgrade our skyscrapers once more. Let's not be idle in the meantime, because we can actually do something else that is going to be quite important for Crown Falls, and that is all the way up here, our palace area. Now, this is going to be it, right? We probably will have a national park over there at some point. So we are just going to make then one big giant road towards the palace that is going to be somewhere here. I would like to actually build the palace first and then align it to the road that we're going to need it to, or we're going to blueprint the palace first, right? So let's keep a bit of space here so that we can start with that. We have the palace administration center here somewhere in the center. To that we can assign then the wings on both sides. I would like to make this really a big one, because don't forget, with every module that we build here, we also get some attractiveness, right? And we can also unlock a few more policies. Well, we are really going to need a big palace for all of this, so we do want to have a bunch of additional outside wings than here with their ending, right? There's actually here a new module, the local department Knight's Castle. That doesn't fit to the palace at all, right? So we're going to have this one somewhere else here. It definitely gives me lots of attractiveness though, and it looks fantastic. So that's something we're going to use as well. Costs me actually not that much, so this would be totally possible. Going with some entrances here, left and right once more, so that we can actually have then roads away from this, from the center of the palace. And then I would like to have some big blocks of ornaments over here then somewhere. Probably also with some exit and some... So exit, I mean actually a junction that we can have to the outside, right, where the entrance comes. Oh, wait a second. No, actually, this is the entrance to the palace. So I'm going with some entrances then here of our own, right? And here we could go ahead with let's make another big one in the center, some wings that are going in here again, and then an exit here. Yeah, this looks kind of like massive of what we have then. Here I would like to have probably going to be 3 entrances, right? Don't forget here though. Oh yeah, Sean, there you go.
So generous.
Take the money. Did I miscalculate? I hope not. Just check it out. Nope, this looks fine. Except that we do need another here. Another corner. And then we got the gates. They're called gates. Wing gate. No idea, there's no gate attached to it, right? Anyway, there you go. I think that's it. One more junction here. It's called a junction. It's also not a word that I would like to use for this. But yeah, that's approximately the palace that we are going to have in mind here. Now with that, we can now adjust it right to the main avenue that we have here. Now I don't want to really adjust it here to the industry main road that we have, because it would make sense in this area, right, to make the junction away here. But we would need to have the palace then all the way somewhere over here, which is just way too cramped. So I would like to move the palace. In fact, I would like to keep it probably somewhere here. Or, yeah, like this, I guess. This would be a nice entrance, because then you have actually lots of space around it too. We could even move it a bit further back towards the lake that we have there, right? That's also looking nice and epic. Or we're having the national park in the back of it. This could also work out. And here we have something else, like a castle up there. That is probably my preferred way. So with that, we do need to have the palace a bit more here at the front, right? A bit further below here. Which of course also means that this district is smaller. Actually, I planned to have more buildings here, but I think, why not? Yeah, that looks probably okay. This looks really a bit too cramped now. Let's move it a bit further back. That's the one. Nice. Now what we want to do here is I would like to move a couple of things around. Now we do have mines here still, right? It's not like I love these mines so close to the palace, but what can you do about it? Let's get rid of the road here, and let's just have these buildings here kind of like covering the mines, right? So these worker residences that we have. We can just pile them up all the way to that side. And then probably a bunch more might also work out, right? So if we have a bunch more buildings here and probably here. And that's the end of it then. Then we can get rid of this road. And then we just need to make sure that here we have the entrance into the palace grounds, right? This needs to be a bigger road, so we need to get rid of this whole row here. I'm going to move this also over once again to this location. This road enters then the industry zone, and this road here is then the entrance more or less to the palace.
Workforce shortage.
And we'll just see how we actually make all of this together then here with some nice ornaments that we have then, right?
Workforce shortage.
And this block here, yeah, can be finished.
Workforce shortage.
Very good. Like, this looks like a proper entrance now towards the palace. Let's build the remaining farmhouses here. We're going to upgrade them, of course, all then to artisans, right? Because that just fits more to the theme of the palace itself. And then, of course, we have the roads off the main street going then right towards the palace here. And in the back, we're also going to have then something that goes into a national park or something like that. For this, probably we're also going to have another road then here that goes to the national park. And here we have then basically this crossing, right, where these roads are going out of it. I think this is going to be a nice layout for the whole thing. And I think we should start with it. Oh, look at that, the dreadnought. We got ourselves a first dreadnought. Lovely. It's just a bigger battle cruiser with skin-wise, but damage-wise and number-wise, it's just awesome, really. And question is where we get it to. I think. And Besa has the biggest problem right now because there is a Miss Hunt dreadnought over here situated. We do have the Bismarck, we do have two battleships close by. I don't think it's going to be enough though. So Kareth, right? We're going to send this dreadnought over to Kareth to get us going there. I don't have any other items anymore to boost it, right? That would be just ideal if we had some more items for the ship here. Oh yeah, an 18-pounder and also movement speed increase for steamships. There's two things that we could use. Better than nothing. Also super happy with how it looks with the overseas mail. I mean, look at that. That's 200 tons of overseas mail that are being transported to Crown Falls right now. That's a lot, and that's going to be a nice income booster as well, because we need more money, of course. Let's just check it out here. We still have overseas mail in stock as well. So in this case, it was actually almost enough for the whole supply of this great city. Regional mail is lacking a bit, but of course Asterix is a rather small town and a town that really likes to sunk into chaos all the time. Let's just also have a look here. What's it looking like? Regional mail is full as expected. Local mail is rather low as expected. We probably will need a few more houses here to get the full supply going. The scenery in this game is often quite beautiful. And we're here for a reason though, not marvel at the ship. But there is another treasure hunt here that I would really like to finish. Somewhere over here, the echo points me to. Is it the ship that is about to sink? It's not. There it is.
On our way.
And someone is trading with an airship with my island here. Old neat.
The people celebrate your leadership.
As they should. There you go. That's disappointing. A rare museum artifact. I mean, I was going for an artifact here, but rare, really? Could be legendary at least. Doesn't matter. Orpheus, my battleship, my dreadnought, gets equipped with those sexy items right away to also speed it up, right? And this item actually gives it quite a nice boost here to its damage on top of everything. Let's send this one over right away. And it was Kareth 3 in Tabrim. We're also going to send our fleet over there. It's close by already, but in case, let's get it down here. The thing is, the dreadnought will probably enter here and it will then just crash with this right away. So I want to have my ships close by when this happens.
Ship under attack.
Alright, what's going on? Nothing serious, hopefully. It's another dreadnought entering. Look at that, and look at the damage it's doing to a wooden ship. But we have torpedoes. And we are going to use all of these torpedoes for this dreadnought. Or in total. And this is how quick it can go down if you have the right items.
You're good. Aye.
Let's just see what she actually had in stock here. So this is the right point here, right? This is where Miss Hunt sends her ships in first. Oh, they had painful things on board. I guess the ship is so big that the personnel needs to use these to get around. Something like that. Now, we continue though with the palace. That is what I wanted. And we're going to build it right away. And now, yeah, it's going to be quite expensive to build all of this. I think we don't have the steel beams. We'll just see. No, we don't have it. We don't have enough steel beams. Anyway, we do have enough though to get the Grand Metropolis attractiveness bonus. Perfect. And that's about it. By the way, here I forgot a wing. There you go, to make this a bit symmetrical looking. No more steel beams. That is a huge surprise to me. We have consumed thousands of tons of steel beams for the skyscrapers, right? So that my whole industry is totally overloaded. Despite having a productivity bonus of 350%, we're producing a lot of steel beams right now per minute. 28 tons, and it's not enough. What a shame. I'm not going to pump it out though more, right? Because we're not going to need that many steel beams all the time. We just need it now. Do we have the steel? I think we have lots of steel, yes. You know what? Just temporarily, let's go in and build me a few more of these. They're not going to stay, right? They're just here to give me a quick boost for steel beams. They're ugly and bloody, so I definitely don't want to have them around too long. At this point, the cognac is also in, so once again, we would be ready for the next upgrade of the skyscrapers. Alas, we don't have the steel for it. In the meantime, well, it's a spooky season, so we may as well just add a nice spooky area here around that. I would like to start this with having the Eldritch pack that we have the DLC to add some of those nice, well, spires, the dream spires as they're called. We also got some nice ornaments here for the personnel. And don't forget, this is something that we can actually then replace again with the Christmas season once this starts, right? So we have these gates here as well that we can add just as...
are starting to get sick.
Just ornaments really, right? So I could have one here and then one here, for example. This is where people can enter, and then we're going to have a nice fenced area somewhere here. It was then also 3 points over, or 2 points. 2 points it is. There you go. And I would like to have the same thing on the other side. Right, so this is our general area where we can celebrate the seasons, of course. That would be the ideal here. And then we have, yeah, well, a wishing well somewhere that we can add. If only I could make it symmetrical. This one has the Forgotten Abbey inside, and this one has a Dream Spire inside. I think that's better for it, right? And then we have some dead trees in every location. Adding the whole thing. I would also like to have some gargoyles here at the entrance. And on the other side, probably the statue of the Morning Lady towards the town hall. Let's get rid of the streets here. The town hall, does it need a street access? No, it doesn't, right? That's the nice thing about it. And we can just replace it now with those beautiful nostalgic pavements that are just totally fitting for this one. Not this one. Is it this one? I think that's the one.
A renowned person.
Pedro, captain of the Panama. For the fisheries, a nice boost. That would be. Some benches. Some lights to get the atmosphere going. Fire. On the back of it, I would like to have the wishing well. That is something that we can provide probably here, aligned to the town hall. And just along the streets, I would like to have Harry's Pottery. This is also just a modded building, and in that case, it's just pottery workshops here that, I don't know, it kind of like fits the theme. Not quite super yet though, but to some extent it does. We're going to have a nice entrance for these guys here, and these guys here are over there, right? And then we just need some greenery in between. And for this, I would really like to go with some beautiful autumn elm trees right over there to finish off the back of the town hall. And the front also has this. So this is now a nice, cozy, Halloween-inspired decoration. So we have the ruins over there as well. Looks very oozy. And by the way, this one still needs the entrance, right? And here we're just going to have some grass, because that also fits nicely into the whole thing. Oh, here we also need a pavement together with this. Very nice. And yeah, it already looks pretty cool during evening. Let's switch to night, because there it also has then this very spooky feeling. Getting that Halloween mood on. And did that tree just move? I think it moves. Oh yes, together with the moon. What a beautiful sight. Nah, it's too early for you. Go away. And then in the city center, you can explore some ruins now.
Ruins
Lovely.
behind.
Now we do have more steel beams again. I would like to kick off my palace further.
A fire broke
We have
out.
it here and then all the way down this row there. Right. Don't forget we can only build them when they're attached to the palace itself to get the bonus. So we can only do it really step by step. Finishing this whole block then here. There you go. And then the entrance over there. And for the final push, I think we will need a few more steel beams. Do we? Yeah. Yeah. 2 more. 3 more are missing. The dreadnought has arrived, so let's actually move. Her dreadnought also moves now. Or it has moved. It has fled, perhaps. Let's just take it down.
Fleet moving in convoy.
I would love to see my own dreadnought in action. Oh, and it took already lots of damage. I think they clashed. And this one looks much stronger.
Snakes. Sting ready.
Also has a huge range.
Fleet on the move.
Bigger than my battleships, unfortunately. Or? I think it's the same range. Yeah, it's the same range.
Under attack.
Moving to coordinates.
But it's doing so much damage. My battleships have a bit of a problem there. Do we hit it? Nice. Torpedo also did its work. And now my dreadnought kicks in too.
Moving to
Yeah,
coordinates.
losing 2 dreadnoughts in a row must hurt. Miss Hunt.
Rock in the ocean. Fleet embarking.
This one, in fact, has a nice sinking animation. The battleships don't. Okay, we also have Lord Waintrop's boost taxation and soap, of course. Thank you very much for this. These are airships, perfect. So for now, Miss Hunt does not have any more ships in the region. We're going to stick around here because this is the entry point into Enbesa for her. Yes, the steel beams are in. Let's finish the palace. All the modules have been built now, so the foundation is finished more or less. The ornaments are missing, of course, but so far not a bad thing at all. You might think that with all that, the structure Miss Hunt would be weaker. She's still apparently 2 times stronger than we are military-wise. The problem with that is that she will not accept any ceasefire or peace treaty because she feels so much more superior. But in fact, she's not. Of course, she will be pretty strong in the Arctic, I think, and in the old world, of course, she's totally dominating. Still,
A little charade.
she's a hard nut, and it's not going to be possible here, even with some flattery. Yeah, I would love to have some ceasefire from time to time, right? To just focus on building. But at this point, yeah, She's pretty much gone in most of my areas anyway. By the way, will you look at that? I had to destroy the whole palace again because figures, you know, there is something. There is a mod. There is a mod that gives you new palace ornaments, right? Together with the knight's castle. Unfortunately, for some strange reasons, the mod author of this mod decided to actually mimic the ornaments as closely as possible to the real ones, right? So we have 2 palace tabs here. Look at that. And the modded version that only gives you attractiveness, but nothing else, right? Costs the same amount as the normal ones and even has the palace administration center, but it does not serve any function. So I had to delete the whole thing again, right? And we need to rebuild the whole thing. Also, on top of that, to make things even funnier, if I build that ornament, it costs me the building materials, but if I delete it, I don't get it back. Like with other buildings, right? It actually just destroys everything again. So I just wasted kind of like 600 tons of steel beams. And in that case, that's it. I could have cut this out, but I just wanted to show you that. How sometimes mods can really screw with you if you're not paying too much attention there. And yeah, it's actually looking totally identical. This one does not serve any functions at all though, despite having the same, even the same descriptions, despite having the same building costs and everything else. Crazy stuff. But there you go. All built again, and this time it's the real one that also gives me policies, and also we have these wings attached here to it. Because even though I could have also replaced the palace administration building, the real one, with the palace modded version, right? The wings still didn't add. I was already wondering because we actually have some spelling mistakes here, because apparently this is a junction and this is a wing, right? And in the real one it is right though, right? There we have then a corner, as it's called. And this is the junction, as it should be. Alright, but that's that. I should have already thought about something there, but I continued nevertheless. Anyway, it's finished, at least the version of it. And in this case here, we can now assign policies to that. I'm super excited about this. The first one is that we get 1 influence for every engineer residence that is connected with a town hall. How much is that? Yeah, it's about 60 influence that we get in addition. It's a nice boost. We could use something else in addition instead of that, like 200 attractiveness for a town hall. Yeah, it's nice. It would push us to the exquisite Metropolis, right? Which is the highest level there is. So with that, actually, we have reached max attractiveness. That's actually really nice. I'm not doing this for now, though, because I really want to have the influence bonus that we have there at the moment. Department of Culture. With that, we can actually get influence per museum module. That is nice. This is something that's worth it, right? Because we have a pretty big museum at this point. Attractiveness, improved specialists visiting the public mooring, but Heritage Act is actually the one that I like. And with that, we're 140 influence. Super nice. The next one is that we get 50% productivity from electricity. This is massive. So basically, all my factories that are attached to or that have electricity now and are in range of a trade union, which is basically all my industry zones, get 50% boost to their output. That is massive. Let's push this one in. Next in line, we have the area of influence for all public buildings. That's nice because this means that for example, my town hall now has a bigger range theoretically, or perhaps it doesn't affect the town hall. Could be the fact actually. We could probably not have it with the town hall. But this one here, the city hall, should be affected by that, right? Having a bigger radius with that, at least. That's something. In addition, we can get attractiveness for artisans and engineer residences. With that, we definitely will push for the highest level. Influence of power plants. That's also really nice. Expanding the reach of all my power plants flat out probably destroys any kind of empty spots that we have in between, right? And with that, basically the whole city center should be covered now by it. As opposed to the attractiveness, yeah, that also pushes me to the highest level again. But we're not that far away from the highest level and we're going to reach that anyway, so I don't need that. So 20% reduction for all my drinks. That's also nice, but not super necessary. Bonus income barely touches us, right? So that's not that. So let's actually go with the area of influence for power plants, right? And then last but not least, we have the 200 tons island storage per harbor master office. That's a big one. We could also boost now all my coastal buildings by 300% if I want to. And I think we should be going for this, or we boost our storage by 50 tons for each depot that we have. Let's just check it out. We got 3,075 tons of the storage right now. And with that, we're sitting at 3,000... Alright, apparently the modded depots don't work for that. I should have thought about that once again. Harbor Master Office. Yeah, they're not affected by that, even though the Docklands main building should count as a Harbor Master Office. Or we will need to build an extra one for this. So let's go with the 300% of coastal productivity for Harbor Master attached productions like this one here. Overall, a very nice boost to my whole town, right? And with that, we have reached maximum palace level as well. There is no more or nothing else that goes beyond that, really. Now with this, I'm still saving up on some more steel beams. And then I'm going to get rid of these factories there again. What we can do though in the meantime is, because we should have everything for that. It's still right. Yes, there you go. We can upgrade to the next tier for my skyscrapers. And let's go ahead. And actually, let's push all of them that we can, right? At the same time. There you go. Whole bunch of new tier 4 skyscrapers.
Of a virtuoso.
Madame Blanc. Happiness plus 10 for tourist lodgings. I'll take that. And with that, yes. Tier 4 skyscrapers we have. Quite a few of them now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. We do need, I think it was 25 for the monument, right? Tier 5 ones, so we still will need to upgrade a whole bunch of them. Anyway, they're producing now 4,000 profit per building, down from the maintenance cost. And also they have now their new needs here. That is the typewriter and the billiard table. Both of them are going to be quite the complex production chains that we can unlock with this now. Also got a few more building permits ready for my scholars. However, yeah, we're pretty much reaching the limit now of what is possible. Let's have a bunch more here. And let's build this one. These guys here. And I think that's it. I think I don't need any more scholars. The telephone has been unlocked with that. The radio tower is still a bit away. Let's make this one here. And then we're probably going to have a connection here and here. Very good. Might be worth it to also give them the overseas mail now. This would greatly boost my scholar population. And I think the consumption for this is not that much higher. So let's actually unlock the letters now for my scholars as well. And this will give me a bit more in. Still a long way to the radio tower. Research-wise, we are going for the move clay deposit 2 times now, so we can get rid of them in the city center, and then I would like to have more colossal ship permits again. We don't need any more campus extension permits at this point, so I don't care. And then we can probably go for something else. Moving oil springs, change fertilities on islands. This seems all rather nice, but it's not super important, right? For the major breakthroughs at least. With that, we can get rid of this clay pit here. Right, and move it somewhere else. That's important. And then we probably have another one somewhere down there that I would also like to move. Once again, also we need to repair asterisks. Can't get this city stable. Let's get me another fire station somewhere up here. And yet another police station. Those tracks are busy. And they're all sticking to their tracks. That's the great thing about it. In some of those tier 4 skyscrapers, we have the billiard table already fixed, because don't forget, we have that item in place here that gives me the billiard table, the chewing gum, and the violins if we have a furniture store or drugstore or department store attached to these. So, especially in this area here, we should upgrade more skyscrapers because they're going to get the billiard tables right away, which is just overall very cool. We do have the tier 2 skyscrapers and tier 3 here ones. So, going in, we can upgrade those guys. That's a few more. And then also these guys here, I would like to upgrade 2 skyscrapers. There you go. And these guys here, we can also expand once again to some higher levels, right? And then in here as well. This one, and this one. And this we can already push also to the next level, to tier 3, Cognac-Geddes, and then more to tier 4. Once again, out of steel beams. Yeah, that's just that. But that's a really nice item. That's a Blue Skies delivery service, so let's try to get a second one of these. I might not even need the billiard production then after all with that.
Offices like these.
The typewriter is something we will need to build, however. There's, by the way, one more building that I would really like to push, and that's the Sanatorium Emergency Service. That's a big hospital, and this just looks fantastic. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a gothic look to it, but this one's fine already, and I would like to have it, at least for now, on this island over here. We'll just see if we keep it here or not. The idea is that, yeah, this is kind of like a recluse, right? A spot here outside where people can go and relax, and yeah, a spa is included and a sauna. And we're going to make the connection from the Scholar District down here all the way into this one. Just here in nature, you have this very beautiful modded building. Just by the waterfalls. What do you think about this location? Please tell me, because I really would like to know. Stay tuned.